EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for June 10th, 2020. For your Wednesday, we're expecting hot and humid conditions today. A little bit hotter than we saw on Tuesday, but only by a couple degrees. We have more areas getting to 90 degrees or better today. And we'll have the humidity that was with us yesterday will be even higher today in advance of the next cold front, which will come through on Thursday. We'll have a prefrontal trough axis that's going to form ahead of this frontal boundary as it's coming eastward, but I don't think it gets into too much of our area, except maybe in central Pennsylvania. That is going to be late afternoon, early evening when that gets there, and then overnight we'll have some garden variety thunderstorms moving further east. So I don't think they're going to have as much punch to them once they move further east. And the reason why it's not coming that far east is because we have a ridge out here, high pressure off to the east, and it's giving us that return flow out of the southwest, and it's giving us the warm temperatures and high humidity, or hot temperatures. And it's also going to slow the advance of this frontal boundary as it moves eastward. So we look at the NAM high-res future simulator radar starting off at 4 p.m. Just west of our area, we see some thunderstorm initiation here in central PA. And there could be some strong storms here as you head into early evening, but I think it's going to be on a line from just west of the Harrisburg area to near Williamsport for the opportunity for some stronger storms. But as we move forward in time here, we run out of daylight here, so we're going to have just some scattered thunderstorms coming through mid to late evening hours and parts of the overnight. But these are just going to be garden variety when you get over to the eastern side of the state, and it may not even make it into New Jersey. Then once we get into Thursday, we're going to have some, the actual cold front's going to move through. It's going to be strong out here coming into western Pennsylvania, but because it's losing, the daytime heating during the day, and this is coming through overnight, they're going to kind of fall apart, but they're going to try to regenerate as they move eastward. And this is late morning, mid to late morning, and maybe into very early afternoon on Thursday where we see those scattered thunderstorms come through. So I don't think they're going to be, it's not going to be an all-day thing on Thursday. So if you look at the local forecast, you see thunderstorms in the forecast for Thursday, but this is not an all-day thing, okay? So this is just a line that's going to come eastward. It's going to be slowed by that ridge out to the east, so they're not going to be moving very quickly eastward, but they're not going to last all day either. Once we get over and cross over into New Jersey here, this will be mainly a early afternoon through late afternoon deal with those thunderstorms here, maybe going into early evening nearest the shore points here in New Jersey on Thursday. So again, not an all-day thing here on Thursday. We are going to have scattered showers and thunderstorms moving through with the cold front, and you can see that here. Here's that cold front moving through. So not a tremendous amount of activity here. And we were looking at earlier in the week of the timing of this front being different on several models. We wanted to see what the NAM did when it came into range, and it's starting to agree with the European model here with this line of thunderstorms coming in here for Thursday. Okay, so Thursday is still going to be a very warm day. Probably not quite as hot as today, but we're looking at temperatures generally in the middle 80s for highs here on Thursday, and the same thing here on Friday, although we will be heading to partly to mostly sunny skies here on Friday. And then partly cloudy here on Saturday as well. Then we're going to have an increase in clouds. We have an upper level system coming into the picture here. There's a trough coming down here from the north, and at the same time you have high pressure moving down, trying to sneak down in here. There's still some question about how much activity we have in this Sunday through Tuesday time frame. European model is still hung on the idea that there's going to be some upper level low that's going to bring some scattered showers to the region some point, maybe on Sunday, low chance on Sunday, maybe a little bit better chance here on Monday, as you can see here, and Tuesday as well. Kind of has the upper level low just kind of sitting there and spinning, and a surface low forming off the southeastern U.S. coastline. This is a big mess here, and the models are not really going to be resolving this for a couple days yet, most likely. So we did keep low chances of precipitation. We have partly cloudy skies all 3 days, Sunday through Tuesday, but we have the opportunity for scattered showers as well with the uncertainty there, but keeping it to generally 30 to 40% chances right now, because we have a lot of disagreement with other models here suggesting different in this time frame. So we don't want to jump the gun and think that all 3 days are going to be a washout, and it might end up being that Sunday is going to be the best day of those three, and then it might just be an early next week thing, or maybe just one of those 2 days. We'll see. We'll see as we get there, but we can certainly use the rain. We're certainly below average for this month. This will be the second straight month we're below average in precipitation, so we can certainly use some rain here in our region, even though this does not look like it's going to be much either way. Worst case scenario, this is just light showers, but something's better than nothing. And, of course, we will have cooler temperatures if this is going to be evolving this way. We're going to have temperatures that are back in the 70s again for a couple days to start early next week with this upper-level low influence in our region. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for June 10th, 2020. Have a great Wednesday.